One, two, three, four.
New setup alert. Yes. Yes, indeed. New setup, new intro. Things are progressing here at Me versus Myself podcast. First off, welcome. Today's Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. Dude, welcome back. First off, yeah, I hope you guys liked the new intro. I had the intro done after the last episode was already filmed, so I didn't get to mention it. But shout out to Soul Tides for the intro. My friends over there are making fucking killer music and performing and making cool shows and are gonna make it out the hood for sure. But welcome back to Me versus Myself. Sorry, the angle is a little slanted. As you can see, bro, we got a fucking couch set up now. A lot of big changes are coming soon to Me versus Myself podcast. So here, I guess I'll just start off by showing you guys all this shit because I'm very excited about it. So I got an audio interface because, well, like, we've had an audio interface for a long ass time, but anyways, audio interface, which will let me plug in two microphones that will go into my computer, and that means we can have fucking guest podcasts. So what I did with my old bed, I got rid of my old bed and I got a futon bed, so it's a couch bed. So I can have more space, but also I can have guests over. So essentially when we have guests, one person will be here and I'll be on this side and we'll be talking about me versus myself. In general, it will be a conversation. Honestly, not super structured. It's more of just something for us to just go off of each other and share certain internal things we're working on, things we might be dealing with, things, whatever we might be open to sharing. Definitely, I want to encourage people to be more vulnerable. So this will be my space to invite them over. So I got the audio interface. I got the pop filters for the mic, and then I have another microphone stand that's gonna go right here. So, unfortunately, this doesn't fit on here, but I don't know if there's a difference. Okay, let's see. Spiffy. There's like a peak. I don't know. I'm not a fucking audio engineer by any means, but yeah, we got two new additions to the setup that will, drastically improve the quality and have us finally having guests on here 2 years into the podcast. Bro, in September, it's 2 years of Me versus Myself. Oh, shit. And I remember I said at 1 year I'd have guests. And, well, this year I kind of did. To be honest, I had Ignacio on. I had interviews with people. But now it'll actually be, here, in my studio, you can say. So if you're new here, we do a little Q&A, question and answer, or not even just question and answer. Sometimes it's me asking people what's bothering them, what they might be dealing with, and just overall you get a unique perspective coming from a friend about whatever topic you might have left in my Instagram, question segment. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is Jesus_Spiffy. But, yeah, let's get into the questions. What benefits have you experienced from thinking abundantly? Thinking abundantly has definitely opened a bunch of doors for myself. By simply not limiting myself in how I speak and how I think, how I act, I've noticed a tremendous amount of growth in me and my relationships because I'm more open to everything. I'm open to the inevitable. And I think that when you really let go of the fear that comes with having certain, the light always seems to turn off. I don't know why that happens, but when it comes to thinking, when it comes to thinking about the world in general, when you tend to limit yourself, you kind of subconsciously close yourself off to a lot of opportunities that you may have not have seen. So it's been about, I want to say, going on to 3 years or so, thinking in this sort of mindset of like not limiting myself and not allowing myself to doubt myself in certain things, not allowing myself to, hold back, has really helped me just open a bunch of new doors for myself, a bunch of doors for my family, for my siblings, and definitely without thinking, with the bigger picture in mind, with thinking with the bigger picture in mind has definitely helped me, open my eyes to what it could be, that it, like what things could actually be. And you hear a bunch of, like, in our generation now, it's like it's like a normal thing kind of to like manifest and stuff. And I think that's like that's like a big thing. And here's where things might get a little, I don't know, hard to explain, but I don't think it's all from manifesting. Definitely think it comes from certain actions that have to take place. But still, the ability to let your imagination think of the biggest and most profound sort of ideas lets you be at your best in many other ways that you might have not been open to receiving. So I've received tremendous amount of results by letting myself, just letting myself spend and buy things that I want to buy. If I want to buy a new sort of thing for myself, like, fuck it, I'll buy it. Because if I set these little restraints on me, and I'm not saying that you have to just go out and spend money either, but there's certain things where, if it's genuinely going to help you or make you better, like, why not? Even if it's expensive, like, don't tell yourself it's expensive, just figure out how you can earn it, or how you can or divide it. This is something that I do. Say something is, I don't know, like whatever price something might be. Divide it by 365 days and figure out how much it will cost you per day for a year to own that product. And usually it ends up being like $2, $3. And dude, I'm pretty sure you can make $3 every day. And if not, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you, but it's like, it's just thinking differently in a lot of different aspects, because definitely when we grow up, we're conditioned to be a certain way. Depending on our financial situation growing up, our parents may have instilled certain, like, beliefs about money, about, certain material things that, when we were younger, for example, for me, there was a lot of things that maybe we couldn't have. And there was a lot of times where we were penny pinching. So I know that my parents still carry some of that with them, and I know that some of those little habits have been instilled in me by being like, oh, it's too expensive, or we can't afford it, or blah blah blah, But when you really start to think like, hey, like, okay, yes, it costs this much. How much do I need to bring in every day for a year to have that product, Okay. What makes you get up in the morning? Jiu-jitsu, my family, my dogs, my friends. Honestly, I'm very grateful for every day. I think I'm very happy. I'm very content with my life. I'm very proud of how far I've came. And I think that the reason why I wake up every day is that I know that there's another chance to, be on this earth and soak in all of the different layers and colors that come with living. So definitely this world is a gift. Definitely, I cherish every moment and every day I get here. So, when I wake up, I am reminded that it's like, hey, it's time to get after it, or time to do something new, time to learn something, time to improve myself, time to be better. What inspired you to start creating a podcast? What inspired me to create a podcast? Gary Vaynerchuk. He is a influencer slash entrepreneur slash content creator. He has definitely been the reason why I've he's one of the first mentors I've had. I consider my mentor. Um, Definitely, he's always been a fan of promote posting content, posting about and creating things that you're passionate about. So in school, like I was always trying to share my journal entries. I was always trying to share my opinion on those certain topics, and I feel like I have a lot to say, and I really, really enjoy talking. If you have not met me, dude, I'm very social, very out there, very just like, live and let live. So I feel like me having this space for myself to be vulnerable, to talk about whatever, has been the biggest gift I've gave myself in a long time. Like, it first started literally like it was an idea of something I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to have a way for me to express myself. And this is definitely right up my alley because, like I said, I love talking. I love just saying whatever is on my mind, and through posting and seeing it resonate with me and seeing it grow as how much it has in the past 2 years has really, really been motivating. And because I can also look back at myself to look back and learn from me a year ago. I can look back at myself from a year ago, look at what I was thinking, and see how far I've came. I haven't listened to an old episode in a while. I should probably listen to whatever episode I uploaded this week last year, and just get a sense of like, see how far we've made it. So, and definitely with the podcast, I think it's so cool because at one point my children, my children's children's, my children's children's children may be able to see their great great grandpa talking about his life, talking about his struggles, his situation, his goals, his aspirations, his ideas, his wants, his needs. And well, when everything's all said and done, and I get to the success I'm gonna get to, and I get to the financial level of freedom that I want to attain, and I get to just soak in and just relax and live, I'm gonna get this like blueprint. I've left this roadmap for whoever wants to follow, whoever wants to like follow in my footsteps and create something better for themselves. I hope that through me sharing all of my ups and downs and sharing my mindset, I give you some sort of source of encouragement to not only better yourself, but be grateful for just life. Thank you. These are very, very good questions, by the way. Thank you so much. How has life been treating you lately? As of lately, life has been treating me very, very well. I still have the plastic over my collar, but I don't know if you can see. But other than that, honestly, the collarbone injury has been a huge blessing in disguise. I've definitely it's been a month already. The 16th Monday was a month of my collarbone being broken. And it has definitely been like a very, how do I explain? Like, it's been a blessing for sure. Like, I've got this sort of refreshment I've got this like, how do I explain? That's not really refreshment. That's not the right word. It's more of like, I feel refreshed about a lot of things. And I think through these little breaks I've got will help me in the future not burn out, because there's times where I'm out there training and I'm out here doing all these other things, little disciplines that I try to do, and at times there gets points where you feel burnt out or you feel like you can't go on and your body's tired. But I haven't worked out like in like a month, and I definitely miss it, but it has been very, very nice to just kind of live in the moment, live and not worry about, being super productive, not worrying about, pushing super hard. And I know that, moving forward, it's not going to be like this. But this little mini vacation, you can say, has been treating me very well. And life in general, my mental health has been very well. I've been excited about, a lot of things. I've been living life. I've been enjoying, spending time me playing Minecraft with my cousins, man. It's just been a very fun time. It's been a very refreshing time for myself, and I've just been enjoying my final months as a 19-year-old because my birthday is in a month, September 14th. I turn 20 years old, and I have some big ideas for this new decade of my life. So yeah, life's been treating me very well. I've been blessed with, my everybody around me has been treating me really well, and just in general, like life is good. When am I gonna be on your show? So, like I said, we got the fucking audio interface now. We have all the equipment. It's just a matter of me setting it up and figuring it out. I will probably do a test episode with Ignacio just so I make sure that all the audio is good, that it works fine, that the editing process is good. Yeah, definitely that. So, podcast episodes, stay tuned. 2 year anniversary of Me versus Myself is, the guests are happening now. And I'm so grateful that everyone just kind of stuck around and watched me. But I know that adding guests is like the next layer. And like I said, all the equipment is here now. So the fucking bed is gone. I got a couch bed now. So hey, who wants to come? And if you are interested in coming and getting interviewed, uh, DM me on Instagram and we can plan something out. We can plan out a day, and go from there. Plan a day out, and then we can just go from there. So, what were you doing when you last lost track of time? Where I'm like, huh. So there's a couple of instances where I totally feel super immersed in whatever it is I'm doing. Jiu-jitsu, that's like an escape for myself. That's like a I don't know how to explain it. Like there's like this. It's like I forget about the whole entire world when I'm on the mat. I forget about literally when I walk in. I'm on the mat for an hour or whatever, and I don't think about all of these other little things that are, have to deal with my life. So I lose track. I lose time there. Um, I last lost track of time. Honestly, anytime I'm with my cousins, I'm so present and I'm so happy to be with them that I don't worry about what time it is or and very grateful for them and very grateful to have them in my life because they certainly keep me grounded. So the Minecraft, that's the other day we were playing Minecraft for fucking probably like 4 hours, and I was like, my hands are all cramping up and shit, dude. I was like, dude, oh fuck, dude, we've been playing for like 4 hours, and yeah, dude, like definitely, that's when I most kind of just am in the moment and I don't worry about anything else. Dude, these are solid questions. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you guys for answering my, request. After I finished recording, I went on my Instagram and realized that more people had commented questions. So, that being said, all right, let me finish and let me add these in. Okay, so if you could talk to your 12-year-old self, would they be proud of you? 12-year-old me would be fucking super proud of me, man. 12-year-old me, let's see, that is 12 years old. I was in sixth grade. Sixth grade? Seventh grade, maybe. Seventh grade, yeah, they would be very proud of me. He would be proud of me because I've stayed true to me. I've always stayed true to myself. I've always kind of been myself. And there was always, obviously there's been different versions of myself as I've grown up, but Jesus remains the same in a lot of different ways, as far as personality, as far as interests, being super specific about little things, caring about other people, like putting other people first always. I've definitely stayed true to myself over the years. And I think that chubby 12-year-old me, uh, which who was playing basketball at the time, would be super proud of how far I've came. You know, I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I know how to box, I know how to kickbox, I know how to grapple. I do a podcast, I make YouTube videos. Literally, that's what I wanted to do since like 6th grade maybe. Make YouTube videos, have my own room. You know, being with girls kind of got easier, so I feel like I've lived up to a person who my 12-year-old self aspired to be. So I definitely think that I'd be proud of. I am proud of how far I've made it. What are a few goals you have right now? A few goals I have right now, uh, to hopefully be healed within the next 2 months. As far as so, my birthday's in September, right? So my goal for the year, my 20th year of this on this earth, I want to make it the year of structure. This year has been the year of learning, but I really, really want to dive into being super meticulous about everything in my life, like making it super easy to follow a routine. That this routine is going to allow me to work out, to work. Sorry, I just ate. It's going to let me work out, train, work, make money, be with my family. Basically, it's gonna give me all the balance that having a structure and freedom provides. I'll be able to paint, I'll be able to read, I'll be able to write, I'll be able to draw, be able to make videos, I'll be able to play video games, I'll be able to work, make more money, train, ride my bike, run. Basically, that's a goal I have for the year 2020, the year 20, like as in year 20 of my life. So yeah, being more structured in a lot of ways. Song of the week. Song of the week is New York, New York by Frank Sinatra. I'm very, 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 very. I have that song stuck in my head, and I've had it stuck in my head for like the past week. So, New York, New York theme. I think it's called New York Theme of New York by Frank Sinatra. Favorite verse in a song. My favorite verse in a song. Damn. Okay, let's see. Like, okay, this is the one that pops up the first one. Okay, so it's Drake, views, feel no ways when he says, "I had to let go of us to show myself what I could do," and that's literally what I think. That's literally what happened with my past relationship. I had to let go of that thing that was super important to me, super huge part of me. But at the end of the day, I knew I needed to show myself what I could do. And I've lived up to that, and I'm happy with where I'm at. So had to let go of us. I had to let go of us to show myself what I could do. What a fucking beast. Last time I had a shift in my awareness. I feel like, okay, well, back to my injury. I feel like the injury, is definitely a setback, but it was also it provided a window to step back out and let my body heal, let myself rest, let my mind and let me kind of feel grounded, and let my body receive the rest it's needed. I think that's been a shift in my attitude, as well as my being grateful in life in general. I definitely value my body and want to take care of it more, especially after this injury. So there's a lot of little things like that that I think this injury has provided. It's shown me and it's given me an outlook to like step back out of my normal routines and you know be hungry or be hungrier to like get back in there, like so it's like instead of just being caught up in the normal like I've been training so much, it's been like it's kind of like I got a fresh start with all the knowledge I already have, and it's just waiting, and it's a matter of time before I can just go back in there and train jujitsu again. Thank you so much for those questions. You did three, so that's extra credit for you. My goal for the podcast. My goal for this podcast is to interview everybody that I meet and everyone that I cross paths with. At one point, I want to have all of my friends on here, and I want to record all of these conversation with these people because I so much value my friends, and I know that I have friends, but a lot of times it feels like I don't. So, and when I do get to hang out with people that are very, very special to me, I am so present in that moment. I am so happy to just be in their presence that I would love to have a recording of not only, our bond, but also a conversation that I will get to, you know, have forever. The goal of the podcast is this for it to grow, for me to have a team around me, helping me, making sure the camera looks better, making sure the audio gets out better, and a content team basically that's helping me, divide the podcast into clips and posting them out. And overall, just, the growth, obviously, but it's going to come with time, and it's just a matter of keep going at it. Like I said, it's going to be 2 years of this podcast in September. So I think we've grown a bunch. It's definitely grown a bunch. It is crazy to see how comfortable I am on camera with this. This is just so like I'm so free on here that I want to share this space with other people. I want to have my friends on here, people that I look up to, people that I'm meeting, people that are, higher ups, people that are professors, scientists, MMA fighters, basically literally everyone. Everyone has a story, and I want to be a part of that, and I want to share that with the world. I want to share this little space I've created with people. Yeah, I want to share the space I've created for me for other people. And at one point it won't be in my bedroom. It won't be in my, my room. It's going to have its own studio. Like I said, have a whole team around it. And yeah, that's the goal. Thoughts on weed dependency? I don't think it's a good thing, but I also I'm in no place to judge. So if you are in this state, I have no business telling you that it's a bad thing. But in my experience, we'll speak solely on my experience because that's the only right I have. In my case, I tend to depend on it. When I start to use it every day and I start to use it multiple times a day, I start to like my energy shifts into me constantly chasing that little demon. It's like I'm a hamster on a wheel, constantly running. But without that little fix, is like I'm not optimal. And don't get me wrong, like I know that there's a benefit for it, but also, which is why I tend to give myself these long breaks. Like day 30. We're on day like 80 almost, probably 80. Um, and like I think it's super important to like with anything, not just weed, like with caffeine, with sugar, with beer, alcohol, whatever. It's perfect. It's great to like give yourself some sort of like break, a step back from your reality, It's very easy to get caught up in, having to consume every day. But if you actively try to, conquer that emotional roller coaster that is that dependency, you'll see how much you don't need it, but also, it's okay to consume here and there. No one's got anything to say about that. But yeah, definitely give yourself a break if you feel you are depending on it. That's been something that's helped me. And like I said, it's basically like giving yourself a step out. So when you come back, or if you do decide to bring back, you come in with new ideas, new kind of new philosophies. And don't get me wrong, it's very easy to get back into the old habits. So definitely try to, give yourself breaks because, yeah, you can take 30 days off, 40 days off, and then just go back to consuming every day, and then you're going to be dependent again. Which is kind of one of the things why I'm kind of scared to try again. And I think I will try it, but also I'm kind of scared that, well, not scared, but I'm kind of worried that that might arouse, like those problems might arouse, might come up. Like the fact that after I try it, after 100 days, it's gonna be like, hey, like fuck it, we'll do it again tomorrow, and we'll do it again tomorrow. But definitely, that's something you have to test. You have to test yourself and push yourself and try to see if it's really what you want for yourself right now. And if it's not, and you would rather not feel dependent on you, it takes about 4 months. It takes about a month to feel completely detoxed from it. And the first couple of weeks are pretty challenging, but after 4 weeks, you'll feel way better. So if that's definitely something you want to try, give yourself a break. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to this. It was like mini segue because yeah, I kind of found out about these questions an hour and a half later. But anyways, back to the podcast. Thank you. Dude, I've really been enjoying this journal. I haven't been writing in it all that much, but this is awesome. Journaling is a very, very beautiful art concept. Or just I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's an escape also. Like you can literally write and draw whatever you feel like doing, drawing, writing out your feelings. I would love to read you something. I gotta make sure that it's not super personal. I don't know. We will maybe when this journal's done, we'll do like a flip through. But I don't know. There's a lot of okay, let me see. Can I read this one for you? Hang on, let me make sure I don't fucking say anything I shouldn't say or that I don't want you guys to know. We don't know. We might wait on that. We might wait on that. We're not. Sorry, we got that 20% notification, but we don't know if we're ready to share any of that yet. But anyways, how am I doing? Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment where they'll probably take out my stitches, or I don't know how that works. But they're gonna check to see how my cut healed. How I'm assuming that's what they're gonna do. I'll have more answers if like I can run now, or what can I start like doing more recovery, or what can I do for recovery, etc. Basically just kind of start to figure out, okay, well, it's been 2 weeks of surgery, and well, technically the injury is 6 to 8 weeks out, so I don't mind if like I have to wait a little bit longer, which is cool, totally fine. I don't want to rush it, but just having get a better idea of, okay, you can run, you can do resistant band exercises, or maybe you can't, or I don't know, maybe you can do like body weight exercises. I don't know. So hopefully get some answers there. I've been doing like range of motion stuff. It's like arm circles, like bending my elbow, extending my elbow, spinning my wrist, doing arm circles up, down, and like stretching out, all that. But yeah, I feel great. My injury doesn't bother me. It doesn't even feel like I'm broken anymore. I feel fine. My elbow's not super hyperextended. There's still a little bit of inside pain, and I don't know if that's gonna be there forever. But I've noticed that my arm and shoulder area are still very tense. So when I work out, like when I start like massaging myself and I like work through like those areas where it hurts, it relieves a lot of the tension I have. So I'm thinking of doing some acupuncture work, some massages, and some like ice baths when I can get this wet to like help this, because I never really did, or like even Epsom salt baths maybe would help too, but I haven't been able to get this wet, so it's been a little annoying. Showering's been a little annoying too. Like it's not super fun. So hopefully getting the bandage out and them telling me, okay, yeah, I can get wet. I also have a COVID test tomorrow because I have to get a positive. Positive, negative. Sorry, I have to get a negative test for Sunday because I'm gonna go watch Optic at COD Champs on Sunday, dude. And I'm so hyped. Like, let me tell you, dude. 8th grade me, 9th grade me would have never fucking thought, dude. I'm so happy that I'm still a part of the Optic brand. You know, the Optic brand is still something that still inspires me. Still, kind of, it still makes me want to keep creating. It makes me want to create more seriously, like. And Call of Duty, man, just video games in general have been a very like significant part in my life, and my competitive side for sure. Like ninth grade, 10th grade, probably even 11th grade, I would just play Call of Duty. Like all my friends would be going out and partying and shit, and I would be at home playing competitive Call of Duty. I'd playing game battles matches, and dude, that's all I needed. I've never been super popular, never been super like party type. Cause okay, as a kid, with my dad being a musician, my brother being a musician, and even me being a musician, like we'd always go to parties and perform. We'd go to parties and watch my dad gig. I'd go gig from 8th grade. So like I was always at parties, like working obviously, but I was always at parties. So now it's like I'm super desensitized to that. So it's kind of like I don't even give a fuck. Like it doesn't really catch my attention so much to go clubbing and shit. Because literally I've been going to clubs since I was like little, like going into like the clubs while my dad was playing and me being on stage and just looking and observing everybody. And well, I'm grateful for it, but it's not something a kid should be. That's not an environment a kid should be in. But it's helped me because nowadays, like when everyone wants to just party and drink and shit, and don't get me wrong, like, I still, still do occasionally, but it's not super like appealing to me so much anymore. It's more of just like, it's like whatever. And well, yeah, I owe it to that. I owe it to my dad. I owe it to Ignacio. I owe it to myself too, from just working in that industry and being around party, being around alcohol, being around drugs. That it's kind of like whatever. Speaking of that, recently, I don't know, dude. Well, okay, here's the thing, dude. So we already surpassed myself from last year. I already did 75 days completed. Today is probably 79-ish, 78 days THC free. And I feel fucking great, man. And moving forward, I know I've already told you guys what I want to do, like self-sustain this habit, but I definitely want to throw in more detoxes, like throughout the year. So I don't know if I want to do 101 days like in a row. No, well, here's the thing. I want to one up myself from this year now. So I'm gonna do 100 days. So next year, I have to do more than 100 days. But I don't know that I want to do 100 days, consecutively. I more want to challenge myself by doing maybe like a month here, a month on, and a month off. A month where I do care, or maybe even 2 months, just like having breaks in between and not worry so much about the amount of days, but maybe that might work better where it's like, okay, like 1 month on, 1 month off. Because genuinely, I still want to keep the control. Definitely what this thing has taught me and what it's helped me with is that like I don't need THC as much as I thought I did back then, where I was 80, 79 days ago or whatever. I don't need it so much, but there's certain things where, like certain times where it'd be fun, like don't get me wrong. So it's like a slippery slope where I need to figure out, some sort of balance. And I think through constantly trying to regulate it, trying to like, okay, 1 month off, 1 month on, 1 month off. It'll work out better for me in the long term to know that, okay, I don't need to have it for specific. If I tell myself I'm not going to do it this month, I just won't. Rather than doing a big break again, kind of like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll play around with that. We'll see how that makes us feel, how we feel with that. But yeah, it's kind of like in the background right now. So okay, let's talk about Monday. Yeah, I didn't upload Monday because I may have gone on a date on Monday. And that went really well. It went very, very well. I'm very grateful for that experience, and I'm very happy with how it worked out and how it went out. But we're in a dilemma, kind of. Not a dilemma. I don't know what to call this. Like, I'm in a place where I tell myself I don't want a girlfriend, but I know that I do. But more or less, I guess I want a partner that's going to help me, just keep me grounded, but also let me do me in the sense of like all the little disciplines I have for myself and going like, well, this person does. Okay, this is the thing. Like, this person's low-key winning. Like, this person's winning the race. No, she's not racing anyone, but she's low-key winning, Like, she's low-key winning because this person allows me to just be. And, well, as of now, as to my knowledge, genuinely it just lets me disappear and go out and do me, and then is like supportive. And it's not like I'm going out and doing me, like going out and like meeting and like, really going out there and like talking to people. But like, for example, if I have to go train, and if I'm training all day, or if I just generally don't want to talk all day, or I don't want to talk this day, like it's like there's no big deal, it's not a big deal. Versus like in the past, I guess how I used to be, I was just a lot more clingier. And like, for example, me and my ex-girlfriend, we would be texting like all day, every day as the day went on, And I mean, I know there's a lot of people that do that, but since being single, I haven't had to be on my phone all day and every day and talk to someone every fucking day, every living minute of the day. But now it's been a good change of pace to just know, okay, like I'm not on my phone right now. I don't want to be on my phone right now. So I'm not going to text right now. So whatever. And then when we do text, it's like pick up, like whatever. It's like whatever. I don't know. It might be too early to talk. I don't know. But I'm feeling good because this person makes me feel good. And there's a little bit of logistical things that I need to work through, I guess, or get over in my head. But like I said, time is gonna do its thing, right? I'm not in a rush at all. But this should work out we shall see how this works out. We shall see. And well, I'm pretty sure that whatever's coming, whatever's gonna come and whatever's meant to be will be. So, not gonna rush anything. Not going to fucking jump the gun right away. It's just gonna let things unfold how they need to unfold. And yeah, sorry if that was a little anticlimactic, but yeah, we're gonna just let things be. Keep improving myself. Keep working on my goals. And maybe then, whenever I feel ready or whenever shit just happen, it'll happen. Yeah. What else do I gotta say today? What else do I gotta say? I don't know. I feel like that's pretty much everything I had to say today. I don't have much to say right now. I guess I don't know. I don't know. The Q&A Loki carried this conversation today. But I did want to show you guys the new setup. I did want to show you guys the new location of how it looks, how interviews will be. And yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got today. Um, like I said, still healing up, still resting, just living. Um, and yeah, just like life is good. Life is good. I know how much to eat to maintain my weight. Um, I'm fucking happy. I'm very happy. Very excited for the rest of the upcoming days. And yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you guys liked the new intro. That goes pretty sick. It's like a rough draft, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's I think it's cool. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching Me versus Myself podcast. This is Jesus Alejandro Guillen, and I appreciate you guys, and I approve this message.